Welcome to GSKP Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Speech, where we do movie, TV, current events, life events, reviews. Whatever you got on your mind, whatever we can come up, let's talk about it. Today is July 1st, Monday, a whole new month, y'all. This year's gone by so fast. I want to thank you all for being here. And for my new subscriber, Diane McDorn, thank you so much for subscribing. Today we're going to talk about YSL court trial. Let's get our song out of the way and we'll get to it. Thank you for joining me here on GSKP Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach. Again, July 1st, 2024. Again, thanks for being with me. And I would like to say thank you to Miss Diane McZorn, a new subscriber. Thank you. I couldn't do it without you. Uh-oh. Watchdog alert. Anyway, another co-host. Anyway, today we are going to talk YSL trial. Oh my goodness, it is so much drama. Oh my gosh. I had to come from under my old lady rock and pay attention because it is a lot. It really is a lot. I hadn't been following the trial. For one, I'm not familiar with YSL, but I'm getting familiar. To know their music, I don't. I think I've occasionally heard the name Young Thug or whatever here and there, but nothing that interests me. But this has. Oh my goodness, this trial is it's a lot. From what I understand, this trial has been going on since 23. There's a lot of players. There's a lot of it's just a lot. From the research that I've gotten, they are is being called the YSL RICO trial. Now, the definition for RICO is racketeering, international, corrupt organization. And that's what they are saying that YSL is, and that Young Thug has murdered young thug whose name is actually Jeffrey Lamar Williams. They are accusing him, allegedly, of murder of a young man nicknamed Nut, also known as Donovan Thomas Jr. Now, this case has been a circus. If you haven't been watching, watch. Though it's been a circle, it's very educational. You learn so much with the court system. Watching, I like and I love to watch the court shows. You learn a lot about justice and court systems and how it goes. Anyway, there is a woman. Okay, let me tell you what has happened as of lately. So I did a quick research thing to catch up. It's been a lot going on, but as of lately, the main players are Lil Woody, Brian Steele, which is the attorney for Jeffrey Williams, Young Thug, and a lady named Ashley Merchant. Oh my gosh. She is an attorney, and that woman is not playing no game. She is cold-blooded. The judge, his name is Earl Glanville. Okay, this is where my interest was piqued. A couple of days ago, they were in the court, and Mr. Brian Steele, which is the defending attorney, I guess made a statement that he should not have made and should not have known. The presiding judge, Mr. Glanville, asked this attorney, how did he know that? And Mr. Steele promptly answers and says, Your Honor, I'm not going to divulge my sources. At which time, Judge Glanville tells Mr. Steele, if you don't tell me how you know that, you will be put in contempt of court. And Mr. Steele goes on to say, well, Your Honor, I cannot divulge that information because of client privilege. I can't share that information. And frankly, I don't have to, because it does not impede the processes of said court hearings. The judge, Glanville, then says, basically, either you tell me or you're going to jail. And Mr. Danville says, basically, well, I need some rest. You might as well go ahead on and send me, because I am not going to tell you who my sources are. So you can go on and I'm tired anyway. So he also, Mr. Steele says, well, can I be in with Young Thug so we can continue to work on my case? Steele was not having it, and he was absolutely right. So the judge promptly sentences him to contempt of court, and he had to spend X amount of hours or days in jail which he decided to implement every weekend for a certain amount of time. I'm not sure the amount of time. At which time, of course, Mr. Steele was fighting this. Why? I don't have to indulge my sources to you because of pri- client confidentiality. I don't have to tell you, so how am I in contempt of court because I did not divulge my sources to you? Whoever this year old Glanville person is and how he got to be such a high court justice person, I don't know because, excuse me, frankly, I was not impressed. So, Mr. Steele, being sentenced to contempt of court, had to get an attorney of his own and enters Miss Ashley. And let me tell you something. Get get them all the way together, merchant. Okay? Do you hear me? Miss Ashley came up in there and got Judge, Your Honor, Glanville to and gather. Do you hear me? She made motions for a recusal. Miss Ashley came in there and let the judge have it. I'm talking about she gave it to him. He was talking in circles and couldn't talk and stammering and stumbling and Googling. And Miss Ashley had her information and let him know you can't do that because of this versus that and 3.5.72 that until the point to now he has submitted because two other people, or yes, besides Miss Ashley, I'm not assuming two other people have requested his recusal as well. And the reason for that is because it had been found out that Judge Glanville had been having ex parte meetings. And ex parte means on the side without both parties present, which he cannot do. So, what happened was the judge was having secret meetings with the prosecution and little Woody. You cannot do that. That is completely and totally illegal on the judge's part. If you're to have those kind of meetings, both parties, both the prosecution and the defense, are to be a part of that because they can, or he can, or she can, or whomever, they can, if they have those kind of meetings, because like Lil Woody is a witness. They could sway his statements or his testimony or tell him what to say or coerce him or anything. And that's not fair to either party. If you have a meeting, we're supposed to be present. You got caught, Mr. Glanville. You got caught. And Miss Ashley aired you out. That lady is an attorney. That lady had it together so that man could not even answer her. Period. Every time. And when he tried to throw stuff at her, She had a definitive answer for him. Not a maybe, not rustling through papers and trying to find it like she had him. Because she had him Googling and his mouth Googling. That lady had it together. Do you hear me? That lady had it together. And I was so impressed with her. She didn't she didn't allow him to bully. And now, let me say this. Mr. or Your Honor or Judge Glanville seemed to be a halfway kind of lenient man. I think my only problem with them wanting this recusal is they're going to get a judge because this case has been going on for a year. They are going to get a judge that is no nonsense because Mr. or Your Honor or Judge Euro seemed to be a very patient and kind man. Because when Little Woody was up on that stand cutting the fool and talking crazy like he was, Judge Euro allowed him and was patient with his foolishness. I'm just going to be honest. I got to give him that. He was very much patient with the foolishness. Someone else, as a matter of fact, the judge that proceeded over not the recusal, but the I don't know what the word is, but it was the day that they had to either accept or reject plea bargains or pleas that had been presented to them. And the judge that presided over that was a McDermott or something like that. I've got it written somewhere. I've got so many, many notes on the YSL case. Many. I mean, it's like so interesting. It's just, oh Lord, it's just so much. Um, the judge's name. Let me look. Let me find it out. That did the for when they were to accept the pleas. Dempsey. Yeah, that's his name. That man. Alfred J. Dempsey Jr. He is a total and complete that man. Ugh, we did not like him. Very rude, very condescending. Um, I think that maybe they should have dealt with Glanville because they could get somebody like this Dempsey guy. He was making smart remarks, and this trial's been going on. The one that he says is that's, I guess, going kind of viral. Uh, this trial has been going on since God made Adam. Ooh, excuse me. Since God made Adam. And I really didn't find that funny myself. I just found it to be mean and crass, everything that came out of his mouth. He's one of those. What they call a house nigga. Light skin, can't hardly tell. That's what he is. Um, he gave me, um, I'm so much better than you are. Uh, like I said, very mean, very crass. You know, these people's lives are on the line, and he knows it. And he's going to handle them, you know, as if, again, they are of no importance, and let's just get this over with because I'm tired, you know. But these people's lives are on the line. Evidence that you don't care about them. They're still human beings, and they're supposed to have a fair and impartial trial, right? Now, mind you, if these niggas did that, they need to go to prison. But you have to first prove, you have to prove that they did it. And for you to act like this is on your nerves and they just need to come on, you wrong for that, Dempsey. You're absolutely wrong for that. But you better be ready for Miss Ashley Merchant because she got something for you. Yeah, Miss Ashley, she ain't playing. Yeah, Miss Ashley. So, anyway, as of today, the recusals have been accepted. Mr. Steele is no longer in jail. I think he was in there maybe overnight. Miss Ashley gets the job done. Miss Ashley does not be playing. Okay? Miss Ashley does not play. She does a great job. Anyway, so today, as I was saying, the update is that the recusals have been accepted and are hereby implemented. So Mr. Glanville will be investigated, so to speak, due to the ex parte meeting that he had with the prosecution to find if he was right or wrong or if that's acceptable or not, basically. I must say that this case has been very, very interesting. And also, we have found little Woody, who little Woody cut the fool the whole time he was on the stand. But I think he will be returning because the pleas uh, that these people were presented with, because there are several characters that are a part of this case. And as I said before, yesterday was when, not yesterday, but Friday. Friday was when they were supposed to or had the chance to either accept or reject the pleas that were presented to them. And they all pretty much rejected the pleas. Okay, so during the course of the weekend, little Woody, one of his friends that goes by the name of Tay, has been murdered. There's a lot of speculations running rampant online right now due to this. And because of Little Woody's affiliation with YSL, which means, from what I understand, Young Slime Life or Young Stoner Life. And they say this is happening because of Little Woody's involvement as a witness. In this Young Thug trial. YSL RICO trial. The young man was killed on June 30th at an apartment complex in Peyton Place off Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. There were no other injuries reported at that location. We don't know. We have no idea. But it's said, speculation. I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true. I'll be glad when these young men and women stop doing this. This is not our culture. This kind of stuff don't have nothing to do with culture. That's just low lifedness. That's not culture. Because look at all the lives that are being affected or affected by this. Pardon me, I don't know why I keep yawning. I'm not sleepy. I've been in bed all day up until now. And anyway, this case has been very, very interesting. So we're going to have to stay on it. I'm sorry. My first broadcast is kind of this story is kind of choppy. I'll do better. Because from what I understand, we got a long way to go. So there'll be plenty more to talk about. I think you should go and have a look. Again, very interesting. Again, it gives you a chance. You watch court TV, gives you a chance to learn a little bit about the antiquated machinery of justice. Okay. Again, I want to thank you for joining me. This is GSKP, Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach. We're going to keep our eyes on this YSL story. Another story I want to talk about is the Anna Stubblefield case. Oh my gosh, that's another one. We're gonna have to get into it. There's so much that goes on in this world, and I'm thankful for you that joined me. Again, I want to shout out to Diane McZorn. Thank you for subscribing. I can't do it without you. Thank you. July 1st, as I always say, wear your mask, say your prayers. Thank you for joining me. I am my brother's keeper. I love you. Bye.